Right now, patrons of an East Side bar raise their glasses one final time to a beloved bartender killed last week while on vacation in Florida.
Plus, friends pay their respects to the man killed in a fiery crash on the city's southwest side yesterday.
And a judge renders his decision on whether Chandler Halderson will get to skip his sentencing hearing tomorrow. News 3 Now at 10 starts right now.
And thanks for joining us tonight. This is the last video seen of Mary Reed on vacation with her and her sister walking home from the beach in Fort Myers last week. Moments before she was hit and killed by a vehicle, the driver did not stop. Mary was a bartender for more than a decade at a number of bars across Madison, and in that time she came to be known as one of the best.
Tahlil Mohadeen spoke with friends of Reed and joins us now to share more about the woman behind the tragedy.
Tonight, her friends at the dive-in closed up shop during Mary's usual shift to share stories and have a drink in her honor.
Mary.
A toast to a woman known for her sympathetic ear.
She was literally my favorite other bartender to go see.
Who made the most of her time as a bartender, turning patrons into friends.
It makes a huge difference knowing that, like, somebody's there you can go talk to that really cares about you, whether or not you guys spend time outside of this one place.
1 week after her death, friends of Mary Reed are getting together to remember the good times.
She was always like, don't be late. I work Wednesday. Don't be late. Be here when I'm, and I did. I came for her shift, and it was beautiful. We always had a good time.
But they're finding news of Mary's death while on a trip to Florida hard to understand.
Kind of like getting hit in the face with a bag of bricks.
For her friends, knowing it was Mary's first time on vacation in 15 years, making it difficult to cope.
I absolutely adored her.
The energy. She was always up here and so happy and so just her.
Still, they're pushing past the tears to remember the joy.
Obviously, there's grief and everything, but celebration of her life is more important than wallowing in it, because she was that great.
Her friends promising to help take care of those she left behind, just like she did for many others.
I love her family, and I wish the best for them. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that her family's taken care of.
Mary has two daughters, a 20 and 17-year-old. A GoFundMe has been set up to support the two young women. There will also be a meat raffle in her honor at the dive-in this Saturday at noon.
Tahlil, thank you. And tonight we're also learning more about the crash yesterday that happened on Raymond Road. Today we learned the driver died in the hospital. He has been identified as 24-year-old Anthony Koger III. Tonight a group of friends and family gathering at the site of the crash, releasing balloons in his honor.
We are celebrating his life because his life was awesome, and he was an awesome young man. And we will miss him so much. The whole family will miss him, miss his spirit, miss his energy, miss his presence.
According to police, witnesses said a car was speeding when it left the road, went airborne, hit a tree, and burst into flames. Fire crews say bystanders tried to pull him out, but were unable to.
Next tonight, we were treated to a beautiful day, but we're keeping an eye on the forecast for the end of this work week. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has our certified most accurate forecast.
Yeah, temperatures are certainly not going to be as warm as they were today. Let's start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Skies were sunny all day long, and the temperatures climbed up very quickly as a result, even though it was rather cool this morning. Doppler track shows a narrow line of some sprinkles and light showers across parts of southeastern Minnesota and northern Iowa. That's actually with a cold front heading in our direction. High temperatures today made it into the mid to upper 60s. A few places like La Crosse, Boscobel, and Janesville topped out at 70 degrees. That was after starting out around 30 this morning, so temperatures warmed up very quickly. Right now, temperatures are in the middle 40s, and you can see on future track, showers that will move through tomorrow afternoon will start mixing with and changing to snow tomorrow night, and on Friday, we have the possibility for some snow or snow mixed with rain through much of the day. I'll have to tell you in just a couple minutes how much snow we can expect. But for tomorrow, no snow, just cloudy skies, not as mild, high at 55. And again, a chance for a shower, especially during the afternoon. Later on, I'll take a look at that system for Friday, and then a warm-up that'll be with us next week.
The Dane County Sheriff's Department says Quadron Wilson is back in the Dane County Jail tonight after undergoing surgery yesterday. He's the man who was shot during his arrest on Madison's east side. According to his attorney, Wilson was hospitalized on Monday. He was transported back to the jail right around 2 o'clock this afternoon after spending roughly a day and a half at UW Hospital. The Dane County man convicted of killing and dismembering his parents will be required to attend his sentencing hearing tomorrow. A Dane County judge ruled against Chandler Halderson's motion not to be present. The judge cited precedent set by a state Supreme Court case from 1997 when the court ruled defendants convicted of felonies cannot intentionally skip their sentencing hearings. And you can watch the sentencing as it happens tomorrow. We will be live streaming the hearing on channel3000.com and Channel 3000 Plus streaming apps starting at 1:30 in the afternoon.
New at 10 actor Jussie Smollett has been released from jail tonight pending an appeal of his conviction. An Illinois appeals court ordered his release earlier in the day. The order required Smollett to post a $150,000 bond before being released. Smollett was sentenced last week to 30 months probation, including 150 days in jail for falsely reporting to police that he was the victim of a hate crime in 2019.
Today, the Ukrainian people are defending not only Ukraine, we are fighting for the values of Europe and the world, sacrificing our lives in the name of the future.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky delivering an emotional address to a joint session of Congress. He said airspace over Ukraine needs to be closed so it can fight back against Russian missile attacks.
He compared it to times when the U.S. was attacked from the air, bringing up Pearl Harbor and 9/11. Here's what lawmakers who attended had to say.
We need to help Ukraine, give them everything they need to fight this war. And the video we saw was very reminiscent of Nazi Germany.
I thought President Zelensky was very powerful, as many of you watched. He made the case very strongly.
And I would imagine that the average American, if they had a chance to listen to President Zelensky and see the video, would want to do more.
I cannot remember the last time a foreign leader united a room full of members from both sides so quickly and so intensely.
Following the address, President Biden offered more military assistance to help Ukraine. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
Ukraine's president, speaking directly to the White House, Congress, and the American public, made an impassioned plea for more help.
The American people are helping not just Ukraine, but Europe and the world to keep the planet alive, to keep justice in history.
Invoking images of Pearl Harbor and the September 11th terror attacks, President Zelensky asked for a humanitarian no-fly zone over Ukraine. Most lawmakers agree with President Biden that a no-fly zone could spark a larger-scale war. But there is a growing call to send more fighter jets, which the administration remains opposed to, saying it could be escalatory.
We're a superpower, and Zelensky challenged us to act like it. Zelensky needs more.
The president on Wednesday announced the U.S. is sending an additional $800 million in military defense support to Ukraine.
That brings the total of new U.S. security assistance to Ukraine to $1 billion just this week.
The package includes American-made killer drones known as Switchblades that can target Russian tanks from miles away, plus anti-aircraft, anti-armor systems, body armor, helmets, and 20 million rounds in ammunition. As the devastation in Ukraine mounts, the president was asked if he thinks Russian President Putin is a war criminal.
I think he is a war criminal.
Ukrainian officials accused the Russian military of bombing this theater in Mariupol, where hundreds of people had taken refuge in the hope of some protection. In Kyiv, another apartment building came under attack. And officials say 10 people were shot and killed while standing in line for bread in the northern city of Chernihiv. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
A strong earthquake measuring 7.3 in magnitude struck near the coast of Fukushima in northern Japan, plunging more than 2 million homes in the Tokyo area into darkness. Of course, this is the same area where a 2011 quake caused a disaster at the nuclear power plant. The Japanese Prime Minister said no abnormalities have been detected at any of the country's nuclear plants. And in Colorado today, air and ground rescue crews were seen scouring Loveland Pass to follow an avalanche this morning. They are searching for a person possibly trapped underneath a massive snow slide. Officials say the slide fairly big, several hundred feet across, approximately 600 feet long, the kind usually prompted by skiers rather than natural causes, which is why they wanted to do a thorough search.
An unusual situation in Florida, bringing traffic to a standstill. First responders rescued a person who climbed a crane in Orange County. The person, who was not authorized to be on the machinery, was safely brought down and taken to a local hospital. No word on a possible motive. Traffic was briefly halted in both directions. And in Utah, an overnight crane accident at a construction site has left one man injured. Police say for now they don't know the extent of his injuries. The man was operating the crane when it fell onto cars in downtown Salt Lake City. No one else was hurt.
A group that has been questioning the integrity of the 2020 election was at the Capitol again today, this time meeting with Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. It was a closed-door meeting away from the public's eye. Organizers said they wanted to provide expert testimony to Speaker Vos and ask him to consider a resolution decertifying Wisconsin's 2020 election results. After the meeting, Vos said the group may not have liked the result, but there's not much the legislature can do now.
The problem gets down to what's the remedy. There are some people who think that the legislature has the unilateral ability to overturn the election. We do not.
Certainly think that this kind of meeting elevates a group of people that should truly be on the fringe of Wisconsin. These are people who want to overturn a legitimate democratic election, and the fact that Speaker Vos is meeting with them here in the Capitol like this does give them a platform that I don't think they deserve.
Also at the meeting, but not quite inside the room, was Representative Tim Rampton. He's a conservative representative who has been vocal about calling for decertification. He was actually kicked out of the meeting before it started.
Wisconsin Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes says he has tested positive for COVID-19, but as of now is not experiencing any symptoms. Barnes, who said he is vaccinated, is also a Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate. And here are our latest statewide numbers. And while there has been a decrease in cases locally, globally, numbers are on the rise. According to the World Health Organization, worldwide cases went up 8% since the middle of January.
And in the U.S., the CDC expects COVID deaths will continue to decrease. Officials there predict about 20,000 people may die from the virus over the next 4 weeks. Now, that's the lowest fatality forecast so far this year. And the CDC also says getting on a cruise ship is less risky than it was earlier this year. Taking a trip on a big boat, now classified as a level 2 destination with, quote, moderate levels of COVID. The scale based on 1 to 4, with 4 being the greatest potential threat. And still to come tonight, your updated forecast and the chances for snow this week.
But first, we'll share a few Badger-friendly activities ahead of the team's tournament opener Friday night in Milwaukee.
It's the A1 Furniture and Mattress Instant Cashback event. Save up to 40% off store-wide. Plus, get $50 instant cash back on every $500 you spend. Take advantage of 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online. Only at A1 Furniture.
Over these past months, we've all experienced changes and a great deal of reflection. But here's a change you can truly be excited about. Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, permanently removes the fat from your stomach, hips and thighs, and back.
I walked past mirrors. I didn't want to see any of that. I can't even tell you how excited I am about Sono Bello and what they've done for me.
I'm just living my best life now because I'm being the best that I can be.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Plus, get $250 off instantly. You deserve to do something for you. Call 1-888-512-1753 or go to sonobello.com now.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf and the Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
Everyone's invited to the prom. Get your tickets at overture.org.
Wow, this is where you work now?
Figured I deserved a more inspiring space. And with home values being up, I had a lot of equity. So I got a home equity line of credit from Summit, and voila, added a home office.
Took your business to the next level.
Hey, you two have been in your place for a couple years now. Any fun plans?
Well, we just finished a refi with Summit.
Really?
And the plan is to make a bunch of great memories.
We're gonna use the savings to get a camper.
Whatever your goals, Summit Credit Union can help you use your home's equity to go get them.
Get instant cash back on every mattress purchase over $500 only at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off top name brand mattresses. Plus get instant cash back and 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online now at A1 Furniture.
We're kicking up our heels to celebrate St. Paddy's Day.
Oh yeah, tomorrow Josh Bryder is in the 608 to learn some new steps from the Trinity Irish dancers.
But could the radar be trading the green for a little bit of blue? We'll track it tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. If you're planning a flight, better plan to pay up. Prices aren't just going up at the pump for your car. Jet fuel prices sky high as well. But your flight cost has less to do with fuel, more to do with demand. Delta and American say demand they're seeing right now is unprecedented. Both airlines had record days for passenger bookings last week. President Biden calling out oil companies today, saying gas prices need to drop. Crude oil prices have dropped significantly over the past few days, back below $100 per barrel. But the price of gas remains at record highs. On Twitter today, President Biden wrote, quote, oil and gas companies shouldn't pad their profits at the expense of hardworking Americans.
The Federal Reserve is taking action today to help combat inflation. Today, it raised its key short-term interest rate 0.25%. Increasing interest rates aims to drop demand to better match supply, slow the economy, and eventually ease price hikes. Instagram is rolling out new tools to help parents keep their kids safe on the app. They came out today and include a way for parents to see how much time their kids spend on Instagram, and they can set limits on their time, the accounts they follow, and accounts that follow them.
Largest retailer in the U.S. looking to boost its workforce today. Walmart announcing it's focused on hiring at least 50,000 employees this spring. Positions are available in stores, campuses, clubs, and supply chain facilities. Walmart officials hope they have all these filled by April. Walmart recently increased its starting pay to $16.40 an hour. Some workers in select positions may make nearly twice that hourly rate. First introduced last summer, Walmart again selling mac and cheese flavored ice cream. But if you want to try it, you better hurry. Could only be available for a limited time. And while you're there, grab the 6 other flavors the Brooklyn-based Creamery Van Leeuwen created to be sold exclusively at Walmart.
The NCAA tournament begins tomorrow, and if you haven't filled out a bracket yet or want to fill out another one, we have an option for you. Take on our sports department. Sign up for our bracket challenge before the tournament tips off tomorrow at 11 a.m. It is free to play. We have a link where you can fill it all out on channel3000.com. Well, the Badgers play Friday night, and if you are heading to Milwaukee to watch them, there will be several fan events in the Deer District. Tomorrow, the Badgers will have an open practice. That is free for all and begins just after 4 o'clock. At the end of practice, the UW Band, Spirit Squad, and Bucky will be at Good City Brewing Company for happy hour. Then Friday is Wear Red Day. There will also be a pep rally at Punch Bowl Social at 6 o'clock.
And with March Madness, a programming note for the next couple of days, Thursday and Friday, News 3 Now at noon will only air on TVW and online at Channel 3000 Plus. Our 6 o'clock newscast will air at 5:30. News 3 Now at 10 will be pushed back until the late game is over. Let's go to Gary. Final a first look. Your certified most accurate forecast, Gary.
Maybe it's the final look if you don't want to look at the snow.
Yeah.
Temperatures are on the mild side, at least today, but they are going to turn colder for the next couple of days. Here's the 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for temperatures to drop back into the 50s for tomorrow. Still not mild, but not as mild as today, and there's a chance for an afternoon shower. Then we'll see a mix of rain and snow Thursday night into Friday, maybe some snow accumulations on Friday night, and then mild weather returns early next week. The leading edge of the colder air is this little narrow line of showers. They've been pushing eastward pretty steadily, but they've been very sparse. A lot of that precipitation not reaching the ground. On future track, by tomorrow afternoon, you can see some showers moving in. Better chances for rain arrive tomorrow night, but this is midnight, early Friday morning, and notice how there'll be a mixture of rain and snow, but temperatures will be above freezing by a couple of degrees. So that should limit any snow accumulation through much of the day on Friday before temperatures start turning a little colder by Friday night. But even by 10 p.m., you can see temperatures still in the middle 30s. So mainly rain to the east and southeast of Madison. That will gradually change over to some snow late Friday night. But areas north and west of Madison, that would be the area more likely to see some snow accumulations if temperatures can drop by a few degrees, and that's more likely to happen probably earlier Friday evening than later. So one of the future track computer models shows the potential for about 1 to 2 inches of snow north and west of Madison, maybe a little bit more over parts of southwestern Wisconsin. European computer model, pretty much the same story, about 1 to 2 inches, maybe a couple local higher amounts across parts of southwestern Wisconsin. And then there's the US GFS computer model showing the potential for a major storm because it has all of the precipitation accumulating as snow and temperatures cold enough for that. Just not going to happen. So again, if somebody says, what about the big snowstorm on Friday? Just doesn't look like that is going to happen. And the other problem is the ground is going to be pretty warm. Today, high temperatures were in the mid-60s in Madison. Janesville, La Crosse hit 70, and temperatures are mainly in the 70s to our south. And even tomorrow, those temperatures will be in the 50s. We've dropped back into the middle 40s now. The first cold front really not having much of an effect on temperatures. The jet stream, though, divides the mild air that we've had recently to much colder air to the north and west. And while this front isn't going to have much of an effect, the second one will bring in the colder air, and that will start to arrive later on tomorrow night. But again, we're still going to be mainly above freezing for much of the precipitation. Temperatures right now, 40s to around 50 across the state. And again, on future track, lots of clouds tonight, maybe a sprinkle or two by early tomorrow morning. The better chances for rain arrive tomorrow night. So our forecast calls for a high temperature of 55 tomorrow. Cloudy, not as mild, maybe a chance for a shower in the afternoon. Look for clouds overnight, a shower chance toward tomorrow morning, some showers tomorrow afternoon, and then that mixture of rain and snow through the day on Friday, probably changing over to snow late Friday night. Snowfall amounts probably highest in southwestern Wisconsin, 1 to maybe 3 inches. The mix of rain and snow ends on Saturday. Temperatures climb right back up to the mid-50s on Sunday, so what snow accumulates should melt pretty quickly. We'll be near 60 on Friday or Monday, and then see showers and colder weather for the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, the Packers are under the salary cap, the deal that got them in the positive just before the deadline. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's BOGO Thursdays at Hy-Vee. Buy one Chinese meal, get one free. That's right. Buy one Hy-Vee Chinese 2-entree meal, get one meal of equal or lesser value free. Thursday only. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection serves all of Dane County and the surrounding communities. And with our new location in Monroe, we also proudly serve all of Greene County.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Crispy fish with that spicy kick. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
Everyone's invited to the Prom. Get your tickets at overture.org.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Here's to the guy with the tree in his kitchen who can't talk right now because his elderly neighbor needs help. Here's to the generator in the middle of the street with extension cords running to 4 different houses. Here's to the countless acts of kindness that helped the Midwest recover from one of the worst storms in recorded history. You've given a whole new meaning to the term silver lining. The worst brings out our best.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
It's BOGO Thursdays at Hy-Vee. Buy one Chinese meal, get one free. That's right. Buy one Hy-Vee Chinese 2-entree meal, get one meal of equal or lesser value free. Thursday only. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
The Badgers have officially arrived in the 414. This was the scene in Milwaukee earlier tonight around 7:30 after Wisconsin made the trek down I-94. Now, tomorrow they're going to hold an open practice to get used to playing in Pfizer form, and then all that's left to do is take on Colgate. Now, what do we really know about Colgate? Well, they're the champions of the Patriot League. They enter Friday's game on a 15-game win streak, and they love to shoot the three. The Raiders are shooting over 40% from deep this season. And to Greg Gard, they kind of remind him of a group of five he's seen at his local YMCA.
You know, it's kind of like watching a group of guys, old guys at the YMCA that just school the heck out of the young guys, and just are smart. I've seen more jump stop, pump fakes, and pivots, and it looks like one of our drills, watching them play in terms of how they take advantage of just being fundamentally sound.
Another day, another All-American honor for Johnny Davis. Today it was the NABC naming the Badgers sophomore a first-team All-American. That's 2 in 2 days for Davis. If the USBWA follows suit, he'll be a consensus All-American. The first four wraps up tonight, and the last check of the score, well, I did not finish this graphic, but Notre Dame was leading Rutgers before I came out here. Winner moves on to face Alabama on Friday. Wright State beat Bryant in the earlier game. Meanwhile, Shaka Smart and Marquette are gearing up for their 8-9 matchup with North Carolina. The two tip off tomorrow at 3:30 on TBS, and the Golden Eagles come in as an underdog, but that's perfectly fine with them. Remember, Coach Smart had those Cinderella runs with VCU, and this team, well, they feel they play their best ball when everyone is counting them out.
We're going out there being aggressive, violent, just going to prove that we better than whoever we step out against. I feel like we play with that chip on our shoulder. We can beat any team in the country.
At the end of the day, it's basketball. When the ball go out on the court, it's something we've been playing all our life, regardless of the circumstances, what arena we in, who we playing. It's something we've been playing all our life, and our coaches have prepared us for the game, so we'll be ready.
And the Packers entered the day still needing to trim a couple $1 million to get under the salary cap. Well, they didn't cut anybody, but they did cut Randall Cobb's salary. The Green Bay wideout was set to make around $8.5 million. That number shrunk to $3 million. We're back after this.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
When it comes to what's best in a mattress,
Big ol' springs.
memory foam, Springs. foam. Denver Mattress says, why not both? Introducing the Doctor's Choice Hybrid with the cooling full-body comfort of gel memory foam and individually wrapped coils featuring Boss technology. All packed in this easy-to-manage box. Choose from the luxury firm, Plush, and Eurotop. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. The Doctor's Choice Hybrid, exclusively at Denver Mattress.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
Johnson. You know, when I lost my husband, he made sure he reached out to me. He made sure I had everything that I need, and still, you know, pick up the phone and call me if you need anything. He always says that a lot of people say things when they don't know. I said, I just wish people knew you like I knew you. So the best advice I could ever give a person is, before you listen to what somebody else has to say, please get to know a person for yourself.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
These squirrels are better at saving than we are. And more organized, too.
Try embracing your inner squirrel. When you open a BMO Harris Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward every month you save.
That sounds great.
You can also set up savings goals and easily track your progress.
That could help us redo the yard.
You could really go nuts. I'll show myself out. When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
PB.
PB and J?
PB before we go.
P before we go.
P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally, tonight in Wyoming, it's actually legal to take home roadkill. Gary's like, wait, it's illegal here? Really? And now there's actually an app that helps confirm the animal was not killed illegally by entering the species and location where it was found. There are some restrictions. There are certain interstates where it's not safe to stop, of course. No one can collect roadkill at night. You can't take home grizzly bears, mountain goats, bighorn sheep, and some birds. And you have to take the entire carcass with you. You can't just take the head of a deer, for example, or the prime cuts of meat. Always important to get you your top Wyoming laws here on
So
News
no
3 Now.
roadkill on I-25, I-80, and I-90, right?
He's showing off his
Now,
interstate knowledge.
Is there a Waffle House in Wyoming?
Nope. Only
There's not much there, except the antelope.
Except for roadkill, yeah. Who needs Waffle House when you have roadkill?
Exactly, plenty to eat.
Well, temperatures still out on the mild side. There's the live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. No precipitation across southern Wisconsin yet. Could see a shower by early tomorrow morning. Temperatures are in the 40s to around 50. Look for a low of about 43. High tomorrow 55 with late afternoon shower chance. But there's the snow potential. This is mainly for Friday night and early Saturday morning. Temperatures, though, will rebound toward the end of the weekend with some rain next week and then colder weather at the end of the week.
Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.